back to Gamer's Guide to the Galaxy.
Pew, pew, pew.
The first half we talked about GTA 5 is now on PC, and it comes with a theater editor mode. And we also talked about mods.
A lot. Mods for cases, for games, for GTA 5. Mods in general.
Yeah.
So,
now we're on to the Jacob topic.
Well, actually, I was thinking a little bit earlier about what we were saying about developers actually listening.
Yeah.
And Borderlands, very avid player, as if you've ever seen any of these, you'll know, recently increased its loot rate drops, which for a game that's all about dropping loot, you know what I mean, it's one of those games, you know, that's very important. And I think they tripled all loot drops, for all legendaries at least, I know. And it's making legendary gets pretty easy. Like, you would normally farm up like 50, 60 times on something. Now it's super simple. It's just like point, shoot, click, and you get into legendary. And it's nice. They're not too easy. Like, you can still kill a boss and not get a legendary.
Yeah.
But it's nice for people who are kind of like speedrunning to get to the end. Or even just players who
speedruns a loot game?
A lot of people.
Why?
Sorry. Just because there's a market for it. I think the fastest someone's done Borderlands 2 is 8 hours. It's like with all DLC and stuff.
That's
a lot.
Yeah, that's ignoring every enemy.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then the bosses, like some of those bosses, you gotta be at higher levels.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't do any damage.
Oh yeah. But yeah, the loot rate increase is great. I've been playing a little bit here and there, and I didn't think it broke the game. And more so, you know what I actually think? I think it's what Destiny should have had. I think that's the percentages that Destiny should have kept.
Yeah, because we all remember Destiny's loot rate drop. It was, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh, wasn't it
Something.
Ingrid?
No, it wasn't even that. It was, oh my god, something dropped a gun. Something actually dropped a gun, and you pick it up. This is weaker than the first gun. I'm still using the first gun. What the hell, man? Just want a new gun.
Yeah, that game was atrocious.
Just want a new gun.
But yeah, no, it's fantastic. I mean, and it's something that a lot of players request because they beat the game pretty quickly. You're in the main game at least, and a lot of the third playthrough after you're done is finding your ideal loot and getting ready for the DLCs and all the raid bosses. Well, when you're farming, I know in Borderlands 2, it's not in Borderlands 2 sequel, but Borderlands 2, Terramorphous, for this one legendary drop, which is a chance out of 16 drops, and they're all like 1% drops or less. It's ridiculous. It's freaking ridiculous. I don't know how many times I've killed that thing trying to get the high Terramorphous just to give up, go in someone's game, and ask them to give it to me. So getting this loot increase is really great for people who are in the late game. Also, it's really great for just players, because a lot of people can play through Borderlands without ever getting a legendary, unless they know where to look.
Yeah.
Or not counting quest legendaries.
I mean, yeah, I probably would never have known or...
Yeah.
Might not have cared. It's
like, for example, the B shield from Borderlands 2. One of the hardest legendaries to get. You gotta kill a guy in a tower. One dude. Just one guy. The drop rate, I think, was like 0.2%. 0.2%.
So 3 times that would be 0.6.
Even still, though, I farmed him for 18 to 20 in-game hours.
This is what Jacob does all day. He farms in Borderlands.
When I used to. Yeah, when I used to have time to. Now I don't. But I would just ask somebody for it now. But that was the most powerful shield. It broke the game. It was amazing. But you had to get one every time the level increased. So, for example, I got one when the level cap was 60. Then they raised it to 72. I had to grind up all my levels, get back in there, and grind for a level 72 B shield. So my level 60. Because the difference between those 12 levels is ginormous. In the late game, even 2 to 3 levels means an extra 3,000 to 4,000 damage.
Yeah, usually in games like that, you see them in MMOs too.
Yeah.
Difference between level like 1 and 10 is huge, but the difference between level like 60 and 70, humongous.
I think it does it very well though, because early game you're leveling up quickly. You know what I mean? So you don't want to be switching yawns out constantly just due to level. I mean, if you get a really cool blue shotgun, you want that to last for 2 or 3 levels.
Let's also point out that when I played Destiny, I was like 4 levels higher than what my gun should have been for, and I still couldn't find a better gun.
Yeah. That game was poop.
And now you know why I quit playing Destiny.
But, yeah, no, it's fantastic. I mean, and it sounds like they actually listened to some of the people there. So I'm really appreciative of it. I'm really very glad about it. But it does set to expire in May. Like May 17th or something like that. They don't. It's not a permanent increase, but it's just to help people get their legendaries.
This is how people get legendaries and get people to play the game. I mean, this is not really like something that would get people to go out and buy it.
No.
So it actually is just something nice for the gamers that are actually playing this game.
Yeah. And you know, it's one of those things where it's very discouraging after you beat the game and you're just like, I need some one legendary to complete my entire build. But there's people that put like 3,000 hours into this game within the first month. I know it's physically impossible. I'm exaggerating. But within like...
I don't think it's physically impossible.
Is it? 24 hours a day, 30... Yeah, it is.
3,000?
Not enough digits.
What?
Not enough digits. There's not.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. The highest you can get is...
Yeah, 700 something.
Yeah.
Something.
There's not enough zeros in that digit.
Not enough hours in the day.
If you think about it, I said 3,000. Even if you do 24 times 1,000.
Yeah.
Wait, no. 500. Sorry. I did it dumb. I did it dumb, everybody.
Wait, you realize 24 times 1,000. They're never going to get above 3,000.
In my head, it was 100. I did the zero shift.
But there are probably people who have put in 3,000 over the course of a year.
Oh, no. I'm insured 6 months, even. There's people that have farmed legendaries. Like, I've seen them, but, like, they did a compilation or a sped up video of them just doing it. Just,
are they, like, selling these legendaries to get money for the 6 months they've wasted on Borderlands?
no, they just have awesome weapons. Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to get these weapons.
But, yeah, I mean, so it's fantastic. I love it. Love everything about it. Love the faces for it. You know, Gearbox is definitely listening to people.
Yeah, it's always great when a game company listens to the people. We're telling you, Nintendo, listen to us.
But on the flip side of that coin, Ubisoft is not listening to their people.
Ubisoft never listens to Ubisoft used to listen to their people, okay?
Well, I'd say, moving into our next topic, about the Assassin's Creed side-scroller that's been released. So, what is one of the major places that people want to go in Assassin's Creed that you've heard of?
I've heard Japan, ancient Japan.
Mm-hmm. What's that right there? The new skies are only thing? China. That's what we put in China. They have it's a female assassin too. So people have been asking for a female assassin. It's a female Asian assassin. She's got a very ninja-esque vibe to her. She's got very like tight clothing like they do.
With your hands like this, I thought you were going in another direction with
that. No, I'm trying to envision.
This isn't helping.
Yeah, no. Well, this is where I just hold my hands. So her boobs aren't out to here. Like they're normal size people.
This is an EA.
But like she does have like a very small figure with very tight clothing, kind of like some of the ninjas that you would see in that time period would.
Except for China doesn't have ninjas.
I know they aren't. Well, that's more Japan too.
China didn't have either. Just so y'all know, Japan had both ninjas and samurai. China didn't have either.
Yeah, they had Mongols.
Yeah. they had everyone going. Stop.
But anyways,
South Park.
no, it's a side scroller, and no one really wants this.
Well,
it could be great. I'm not saying it's not going to be a good game, but no one really asked for this.
Let's think about this. If it was some indie game company putting out a side scroller, low budget side scroller from a very small indie game company, and it was fun, and it was yeah, that'd be good. This is Ubisoft, a AAA company. We kind of expect big things out of them.
Not like that, but like they took a perfectly good location in the Assassin's Creed location world, because there's not many left that are interesting, at least.
Yeah. I
don't want to be playing Assassin's Creed modern day France, where I just look at the Eiffel Tower all day. Don't want to do that.
You look at the Eiffel Tower all day with a God. You think we would have upgraded to like sniper rifles or something?
But you know, China would have been fantastic. You know what I mean? It would have been a whole new flavor that they haven't even seen yet. I mean, you can actually do stuff like, they could have like the Ming or the, I think it's Ding is actually I know Ming is.
Ming is, yeah.
But like the Ming dynasty, for example, as the Templars, and you're fighting the whole dynasty.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic. And you get this like huge epic build up as you fight the Emperor and help, the Ming be conquered or something like that. They do that whole thing. Instead, they did a side scroller with it, which a lot of people are actually criticizing them as putting their games as mini games. That's one of my major criticisms of the recent games is it feels like I'm playing WarioWare, where I'm just doing a bunch of mini games.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of sounds like they're just not listening to us at all.
No, because they've gotten on that power trip of like, hey, it's got Assassin's Creed in the name. They'll buy it.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's kind of true. There's people that will buy Assassin's Creed stuff because it's got the word assassin on it.
But the funny thing, this has happened to another company a couple of years ago called Activision with their franchise of Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. They literally got to the point where it's got Call of Duty on the name, they'll buy it.
Yeah.
And it hit them hard with Ghost. Like,
there you go.
No, they did not buy it. It was even before Ghost too. And that's why they brought on new development companies to make the games.
Yeah.
That's why Ghost and Advanced Warfare are so much different.
Yeah.
Because they can't keep doing the same thing, they realized.
Yeah. Not only that, but like, for example, there's a lot of companies that just rely on their name to sell a game.
Yeah.
Actually, we can say this openly now, Sonic is one of them.
Yeah. Sonic is one of them.
Also, when Christmas bursts in, well, let me tell you something.
He's got charts.
Graphs. It's like,
he's brought a green screen so he can, and a flash drive so he can display the shit. It's like, wow, he was ready for this.
He was really ready for this. But yeah, they rely on the name just to sell things. And I don't really like these gimmicky games where it's like, hey, it's a reskin of a game that you've already played that everyone loves. But with Assassin's Creed character, I hate that. It's insulting to people.
Why make it Assassin's? They could have literally released a side scroller for cheap on download on Steam, and people would have been like, "Hey, Ubisoft made this is actually interesting." Okay.
Yeah, or even just like on the Microsoft Store.
Yeah.
Because there's not many good downloadable cheap games out there.
Literally, as like something you download into like one of the Assassin's Creed games or something.
That's the only way I can see this actually turning out for them, is if they get enough positive feedback from the story arc, whatever they include in it. I haven't seen that much of it, that they actually link it to a full-scale game. This is the only way they come back from this. Because enough people wanted to see China that this is actually, if they don't make a China game and they call this their China game, people will absolutely stop playing Assassin's Creed. Because that's just ridiculous. I'm sorry.
See, the one I really do want to see though is Japan.
Well, China, Japan, like an Asian country, I would love.
An Asian country, but the reason I want Japan is because they do have the ninja, and then they have the shogunate. Yeah. If they do it in that time period. And let's face it, the assassins are basically ninjas. That's what drew us all to them originally.
Yeah.
It was
amazing. They also have like ninja-ass hoods and stuff.
Yeah. So making the assassin a ninja in Japan going against the shogunate.
Yeah.
Which at the time of the shogunate, the shogun was more powerful than the emperor, because he controlled the armies.
Yeah. So, but I think they're never going to do that though, because they're trying to distinctly make assassins, not ninjas. You know what I mean? They absolutely pull from ninjas, but I think what they're trying to do is have assassins. You know what I mean? Like categorize these as assassins, not ninjas. Which it's smart for them to do that in the first few games. Now that they're just reaching for pirates and all this other genre.
Yeah, the pirates. Really, the pirates.
It was
pirates. People didn't even like the frickin' sea battles.
No, that was a bad game.
No.
But
I mean,
honestly, the only thing is we do need a new ninja game. We haven't had a new ninja game in a while.
No, the latest Ninja Gaiden was not Ninja Gaiden.
No, Ninja Gaiden 3 was not good.
No, there was one more recent. Which
was
flashy and.
Yeah, but Ninja Gaiden 3 from then on has not been good. Ninja Gaiden 2 is the best one.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
And Ninja Gaiden is the greatest example ever of a difficult game that is actually fun.
Right there. Ever play on Musha? That game was hard. That game was really fun. And if you had upgraded graphics and updated camera angles, that game would be perfect.
Yeah. But I'm saying Ninja Gaiden because that's a very well-known series.
Yeah.
That was 1 and 2 were great examples of games that were
Very,
very difficult, but fun. The gameplay was fast-paced. It was strategy-based. It was you couldn't just go into a fight and just it didn't work.
Oh no! And actually, I recently last week I started the game over again, and did it on Path of the Warrior, which is the second hardest difficulty, because you can't do the hardest difficulty until you beat it.
Yeah.
And I got everything pushed in. Like, it hurt a lot. It's a lot harder than I remember. Remember in the second area with the dogs with the exploding kunai in their mouth? I almost died there. I straight up almost died. And I was really, really surprised, just because of how hard it is to dodge those kunai.
Yeah. See, I'm still trying to figure out Bloodborne, because some of the controls are a little iffy to me still. Like, the shooting mechanic is...
I can actually answer you what that shooting mechanic is. It confused me at first, too. It's actually the riposte from Dark Souls. What? It's meant to do a counter. So when they're coming at you to attack, you shoot them, then their attack is stopped. They actually go into a mode where if you swing at them, you'll do a counter attack, which does massive damage.
Yeah, I've learned that, but the shooting mechanic also isn't always the best.
No, it's not.
Because you actually have to lock on to shoot them.
Oh, I lock on to everything like that I face. In that game.
See, I don't like to lock on in hack and slash games. There's a reason for that, too.
Well, Borderlands... Sorry, it starts with B.
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne. To me, it's a mixture between a hack and slash and a Dark Souls game. You know, it's more Ninja Gaiden-esque than Dark Souls was. And I love that about it. It makes it a lot of fun.
Because it's faster paced, that's for sure.
It's fast paced, but it's more offense driven. That's what Ninja Gaiden's all about, is offense. You don't defend really
because you got nothing to defend with.
Yeah, like, you defend, but people can break your defenses like that in that game. So I really do appreciate, the way that game plays as, but you definitely do need to lock on. Especially with the enemies that have higher health. It really becomes a chore to try to multitask all of them.
Yeah, enemies with higher health, yes, but usually they come by themselves or maybe two. I'm talking about when, like, I'm entering a crowd of people, locking on.
When have you entered a crowd of people?
Remember in the beginning where there's, like, the people burning something?
Yeah, what are you doing there?
Oh, I charge in and kill them.
That's not how you play that.
You
go to the side, you kill the 3 people on the side, then 2 come up, then you kill those 2, then you go kill the gun guy, and 3 more people come in and attack you. It's very manageable.
Look, I do it fine. Jacob, I did not need strategy for that situation.
Yeah, you did.
But I just killed them. I killed them. They're dead. They're dead.
But I love the game right now. They'll be alive.
Well, yeah, because I died later on and I didn't get to another lamp. The lamps are so far apart in that.
They are. But the reason why is because that's more of a hub world. They're not supposed to be like bonfires. They're supposed to just be teleporting hubs for the most part.
Yeah, I know, but it's the save point too. That's the problem.
Yeah. But, yeah, actually, you know what? Speaking of all these really cool hack and slash games, have you picked a favorite game weapon?
Oh, my God.
We can limit it to some degree to help us narrow this down.
It's very hard to pick a favorite game weapon. I mean, I could pick my favorite weapon from games, but like an overall one.
Let's try that first and then see if we can decide on an overall favorite weapon. So, like, for Bloodborne currently right now, my favorite weapon to use is that Hunter's Axe. My favorite weapon I've seen is the Kirk Hammer. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't. I haven't watched a lot of Bloodborne because I don't want to see too far ahead.
Do you mind if I spoil it a little bit for you?
Sure, go ahead.
So the Kirk Hammer is a very light sword where you slice, but if you do the transformation, it goes like this, and there's a gigantic hammer weight on the back of it, and it just goes like this, and it becomes a heavy weapon.
Oh, God.
So it's a perfect mix between a light and a heavy. But,
oh, yeah, Dante's weapons in Devil May Cry are good.
Yeah, they are. But, yeah, that's the favorite one I've seen, because it's a perfect, I think from a combat standpoint, that's a great combo. You got the light and fast and not doing much damage, and then you got the really big heavy one when you want to break out for like a big bruiser or something like that, where if you need to be like slow and heavy. So.
Okay.
And say, what do you think your favorite currently is? I know that you were talking about the saw.
The saw cleaver. Cause just think about that.
You know there's actually a saw spear? Yeah.
But like the saw cleaver, saw,
multifunction.
and now, like, I know like one of the worst things to ever be like stabbed or slashed with is a serrated weapon.
Yeah.
A serrated wound is just awful to stitch up because it doesn't cut as much as it rips.
Yeah.
Whereas something like a cleaver, clean cut. Now I get both.
Alright, ready? This is going to be a hard one. From any of the Ninja Gaiden games, what's your favorite weapon?
Oh god, no. I don't remember a lot of the weapons in Ninja Gaiden now. It was so long since I played them.
I have a top 3.
Oh god.
And I know one of them doesn't make the top. You can't pick all of them.
All of them.
And to be perfectly honest, not all of them deserve it.
No. Some of them were useless.
But, the Kurisama from 2. All I know from 2. Kurisama from 2. That's the one that has the weight on one end and the scythe on the other.
Oh yeah.
That thing was devastating. Because you could actually just whip the thing down through their head and kill them. The Falcon Talons. The bladed hands and feet. And then the scythe. Do you remember the scythe?
Yeah.
Where you would actually jump up, go like this, and chop heads off in one swing and just land. Oh my god, it was so good. Those are my top 3 from that game. Absolutely.
No, one of the game series of games I would have to come up with for favorite weapon. The Final Fantasy series. There's hundreds of weapons in that.
Buster Sword.
No. You didn't play 9.
No, I didn't.
Ultimate weapon in 9 is it's a staff about this long and on both ends huge daggers. Buster Sword, you like the Buster. Not even the ultimate weapon from 7. You just like the Buster Sword.
Yeah.
He played the entire game with the Buster Sword. You're going against that brother. 10 damage. Yeah.
That sword is huge. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but all of his swords are huge except for the Masamune.
I know, but like that niche, because it's the first weapon you get. You know what I mean? You're like, wow, you get that whole weapon? It's kind of like when you see Ichigo with his gigantic sword.
Oh yeah.
Which, by the way, if that was in the... I really want like a dedicated Bleach game.
There were a couple, but they weren't very good.
I want a good one.
Yeah.
Kind of like...
I want a hack and slash one almost.
I kind of want like a Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2-esque one.
I want one that's more, maybe like Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Remember how the story that went?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of almost hack and slash for the story, but when you got to the boss fights, they were actually in the traditional fight.
I don't like the 2-dimensional. I like the 3-dimensional.
Yeah, but you can do that, but like the actual story, walking around fighting that way, and then the actual boss fights are done almost like Dragon Ball Z.
Actually, Xenoblade would probably be the best example of kind of what I want.
Oh yeah,
Be good.
But talking about favorite weapons, about Halo series. This one's hard.
DMR.
Yeah, I thought so.
That thing
Same.
That is the most solid rifle I've seen. You know what I mean? It's got good mid to long range. It's got good close quarters. It's super stable, super accurate.
And
it's got that one... I like the one shot. I don't like the burst of the battle rifle because it gives you too much recoil.
yeah, one shot in the DMR was like just, rapid firing that, and you're getting headshots.
Yeah, just boom, 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 boom. Like you can follow somebody while they're jumping. It's so much easier. Not only that, Team SWAT is just a slaughter.
Once the DMR was put in especially.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Team SWAT with a DMR is slaughter. And it's so much more fun.
Yeah, like you poke your head out for just like 1 second too long and you're shot dead.
Not only that, like people, like I don't know about you, but when I got the DMR, I run in SWAT now.
Yeah.
Like before, I used to never. Now I can actually run, jump. I already have my gun open. It's so stable as a hip fire too. It's just boom.
Oh yeah, DMR broke online Halo.
Dude, that I don't care.
No one used the VR anymore. No one used the assault rifle. Everyone's like, oh shit, I got the DMR.
Yeah. Also, you know what's the most broken combo about is when you had the advanced primary weapon where you have 2 primaries, and so you chose a DMR and an assault rifle. Oh, Because you would try to get to him, and you'd spend 5 minutes trying to get to this person. You finally get there, and they whip out an assault rifle.
Yeah, which is deadly once
Close to mid-range.
The only thing that's more deadly at close range than an assault rifle is a shotgun.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, though, is like you just fought, and you're probably a little bit lower than they are, trying to get up to them or down to them. And then they whip out the assault rifle, and they just out-DPS you. Just straight up. Unless you're very, very good with a DMR or BR. And that's, like, and you're good at dodging. So
favorite weapons in fighting games, huh?
Well, it defines fighting. Because if so, I'm going to say Volvo from Tekken? Is it Tekken? No, Street Fighter. No. Soul Calibur. With his 3-bladed...
Yeah, Volvo. Yeah. Well, I didn't always do the 3-blade. Sometimes I did the moon blade.
Oh. Actually, no. My favorite character in that is Maxi, so he's Nunchakaroo.
Oh, yeah.
Because those things were annoying.
But I gotta say. See, I always thought Scorpion's spears would be a great weapon because they just kind of pop out of his hands.
Actually, you know what? It's a hard one. Kratos. Favorite God of War weapon.
I'm gonna have to go with the original blades there.
Yeah, not the upgraded versions of them that he gets later?
Well, count those because they're the same thing, but
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the snake's it's kind of cool, but I think that'd be more troublesome, and I'm not a big fan of fans.
Thomas fans of razors, though.
Yeah. Still. Alright, though.
Yeah.
I believe we are out of time. Thanks for joining us. Leave a comment if you're watching us on YouTube, or post in chat if you're on Twitch on your favorite weapon. You know, we'd love to find out.
Yep.
So, have a good night, everybody.
Bye.